Hello, welcome to Tea Time with Marcella. Grab your favorite cup of tea or the beverage of your choice and join us as we dive into today's topic. Last week, I was encouraging those to really choose the weapon of choice, to be proactive rather than reactive, to respond in a way that pleases the Lord. What a difference 1 week can make. I felt heartbroken and discouraged a little bit when people that I have trusted their witness, I have looked up to them because they were so strong. But we are human, and all of us miss the mark at some point. We fall short every day. And many people, men and women, that I felt had a close walk with the Lord have allowed words of hate, their righteous anger turned to sin. I really felt shocked. I felt discouraged that many of us who claim to be believers can go beyond a timeout to acting in a way that really doesn't please the Lord. And it made me think about how human we are, how imperfect we are. Only Christ was perfect. And I thought about how many times we are faced with trials and with tests. All of us know what it's like to take a test in school. You get specific you get tests, you get quizzes, you get exams. And they're designed to really see what you know, what you have learned. I heard Tony Evans say that they are designed to test what you know, to see what you have retained. And I like that. The test wasn't designed by the teacher to hurt the student, but the teacher was desiring and taking joy in the student's ability to pass the test. They were taking joy in the fact that you retained knowledge, that not only were you retaining and remembering, but you were ready to go to the next step. You were ready for the next lesson. And you're building a foundation that at some point you're going to be able to use this knowledge. And it made me think about how God is the perfect teacher. Tony Evans said that, and it's true. God is the perfect teacher. He wants you to pass the test. And He'll keep allowing those trials and those tribulations to keep coming up to see how you're going to handle the trial, to see if you are going to pass the test. And sometimes when you seem to have passed, when you're doing well, you will get another test that's really the same test, but it's worded differently, or it's designed just a little bit differently, but it's really the same test. This is how you know if you are really growing, if you are really retaining, if you are really maturing, if you are really building a foundation. I want to encourage those of us. I want to encourage you, and I'm including myself in this. I want to encourage us to seek the Lord, to trust Him in every step of our life, to trust Him in every trial, in every disappointment. I teach on this all the time, but I feel like I am not getting the message across that we really need to leave certain things in the past, let it go, focus on what lies ahead. And when I say focus on what lies ahead and leave what's left behind, I'm not saying that we shouldn't try to affect change. I'm not saying that we shouldn't do our best to bring about a change. But the way in which we go about those tasks says a lot about who we are as believers. And for those who are not really believers, but they are seeking, they are searching, there's such a thing called integrity. There is a thing called bravery and courage. Are you brave? Are you courageous enough to stand up and be a man or woman of integrity? Are you capable of being mature in your actions? Are you capable of setting a standard? Are you capable of leading? I am heartbroken at people and some family members who I feel like have regressed. They've gone backwards. We are never going to get where we are trying to go if we don't seek God and put Him in everything that we do. What are some trials and tests that you have experienced in your life that God used for spiritual growth? What are some events in your life that God used to mature you, to set an example for your children, to show them the way they should do it, the manner in which they should go about it? Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. James 1, verses 2 and 3, New Living Translation. Consider it an opportunity. I would even go as far as to say, consider it an opportunity to show maturity, to show true brotherhood, to show true discipleship. John 16:33, New Living Translation says, I have told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart because I have overcome the world. Jesus overcame the world. He overcame everything. Sin, he didn't have any in him. He overcame death. He healed us. He had compassion for us. He was concerned about the poor. He was concerned about souls. He had compassion. There is a way to do anything if we say we are believers. Even though I have received such wonderful revelations from God, so to keep me from becoming proud, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment and keep me from becoming proud. 3 different times I begged the Lord to take it away. Each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So now I'm glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me. I want to encourage you, let the power of Christ work through you. It goes on to say, that's why I take pleasure in my weaknesses and in the insults, the hardships, the persecutions and troubles that I suffer. Why? Because I'm doing it for Christ. I'm doing it to lead others to Christ. I'm doing it so that Christ is lifted up, so that he's glorified in my life. For when I am weak, then I am strong. 2 Corinthians 12, verses 7 through 10 of the New Living Translation. Another thing Tony Evans basically said was that, or if I could summarize it, tests reveal what you are learning, what you remember, what you retained, and if you are ready for the next step, the next lesson, the next season in your life. Are you ready for the next season? Are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to take a stand and be a true leader of compassion, of humility, of strength, of courage? You can take a stand and still have a heart of compassion. You can speak the truth in a manner that is worthy of the Lord. But you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. When your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. Well, I hope that you have been encouraged and enlightened. Join us each Saturday at 3 p.m. for a tea time with Marcella.